Right, good day, fellow people. This is your host, Mad Mac. And what do we have here today? Something different, something new, something free on Xbox. Well, let's say Roadcraft. Well, let me say to you, I dabbled a few hours in this, couple of days. Got some getting used to this damn thing, I tell you. Yeah, man, what a game of difference. What can I say? Let's just first see if we're actually streaming live on all the tubes and the U's and the Twitches and the everything, because it says we're live, but whether we're live is another thing. We are checking. Let's hang 10, folks. Let's try and see if we can get the YouTube to follow the same thing. No, it is not tubing of the U, but it could be. It could be shortly. We are definitely on Twitch. Let's try this again. Okay, yes, we are working on the tube of the U. Alright, so folks, yes, we jump into Roadcraft. Available for free on Xbox Game Pass. There is a DLC. Guys, go check it out. Awesome game. Same developers as, I think it's SnowRunner or MudRunner or something like that. But yeah, let's give this thing a good go. As I said, I did jam it a bit prior to this. Played a few, went through a couple of maps, jammed with some online folks. Yeah, look, Xbox X, great fun, and Xbox and PlayStation, great fun. I think PC just has a better advantage when it comes to the finicky movement of the game. But yeah, let's have a look. Let's dive into Roadcraft. Let's bring out the inner engineering of us and have a look and see what we have available. So we did do a couple of playthroughs, but what we're going to do is we're going to start a fresh new game. So it's going to bring us back to the beginning, and there's a campaign selection and custom scenario. So we're going to start a new one. Let's see, have a look here. Max Civils. So this is another one that we did there, but we're going to go there. So these are the kind of the maps that it did already before, as you can see. So we're going to start directly from Precipice right through. So we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 maps. 8 maps. 1, 2, 3. So a total of 8 maps. I do highly suggest that anyone who does start or play this game, go and start from the beginning, because let me tell you, it gets quite hectic as you go along. And the DLC's obviously got the 2 other additional maps that's available. You know, if you buy the DLC, and plus you get some pretty cool gadgets to come with it, like a bridge building machine and another cool truck and stuff, and then there's an extra dump truck. But we'll go into that sort of detail later. We are going to start on Precipice first. I can't remember what my settings were. I think I did have everything on basic and hard, so we can have a look now. Let's have a look here. So, an industrial town somewhere on the seashore is about to be hit by a massive storm. You've been tasked with making sure key infrastructure objects are well protected from both the incoming weather and the flood that it will surely cause. Okay, so we've got infrastructure requests that we need to complete, and some objectives and side objectives and things like that. And it kind of looks interesting. So let's have a look-see where this takes us. As I said, guys, go and start from the beginning. You will not be sorry. Right, so we have a choice of which vehicles to start with in the garage. So I have found, I quite like this one over here, the TUZ 303 Karelian, or Karelian, I don't know, Russian, French, whatever it is. But this one's pretty cool. Not a bad thing to start as the Thunder, which is pretty much the Land Rover. And then this thing just seems to have, from what I've seen, have the power and be able to go everywhere kind of vehicle. And the best part about this, the one thing this vehicle does struggle with is like going over rocky terrain, but there's not much we can do that, but we're able to get another vehicle for that, so that's not a major problem. If you do get a chance to unlock this, fine, go for this vehicle initially if you do start. The F250, absolute, yeah, it's a fun vehicle, but it's the weakest vehicle in the whole game, so I'm going to be starting off with this one. So we can see a field service vehicle. So this is that one that you see on the picture now. That is obviously a field service vehicle. This will actually help you. You'll see later in the game how it actually helps. You know, backbone of logistics and stuff like that. And then we've got a place where you can store your resources. And the whole idea is to go to these flood-ridden, storm-ridden cities or whatever it is and help rebuild it or restore it. Operation Precipice, North Africa, Spring. You are subcontracted to assist in reinforcing the shoreline of a phosphate plant. This task is part of a large-scale S&R preparation effort for an upcoming storm. So as you can see, so this is what we need to prep for. The scenery is amazing. The gameplay is pretty cool, I must admit. And here we are. So let's take a look. Okay, welcome to Roadcraft. You will be guided through your tutorial panels. Okay, if you miss any information, all tutorials can be found in the codex section of the pause menu.
Hey
Hello,
there.
Kelly.
The name's Kelly, and I'll be your friendly neighborhood dispatcher for today. And every day unless we screw something up. Then the company replaces us, like dead batteries. But until then, I'll be here to help as much as I can. Not that you need much help with your first task. You need to head to the lookout point and take in the general layout of that town on the coast. They're bracing for one hell of a storm. I suggest you get on with the agenda before the storm hits.
Well, let's just put it this way. I've been in Kelly's kind of like in the game. Kelly's sort of like my girlfriend come wife. She kind of like just orders me to do anything and everything. Does that sound familiar? But I think that's pretty much what we do. Alright. So, we've got this vehicle over here. This is what it looks like. Not too bad, not too shabby. It looks like a little tank on wheels. Start it up. Okay. Keep an eye on your handbrake. Okay, so we do have the handbrake on. We'll disconnect the brake. And let's go forward. See, it's not volume all adjusted here. Ah, there we go. Alright, so here's an objective over here. So let's just go check this out. See what's happening. This is your tracked objective. Note that it was updated when you completed the previous step. Yes, take a look around and head for the next waypoint. Okay, we got that. So we've reached the first location. We can see there's a location marker over there, 333 meters. And this is sort of the scenario, or the town, or city, or whatever it is that we need to get involved with. And rescue and see what we can do. Alright, let's head forward. Yeah, we've got that. Thanks for that. I should have actually switched this into the stuff off. But it's good to have it because you need to obviously understand how the game is played. I must admit, you know, I play a lot of different sort of survival RPG games and things like that, like Ark and all those sort of things. But yeah, this is something different. And SnowRunner was more a very technical sort of thing, frustrating game to play on the stage. Alright, hang on, where do we need to go here? So we need to go over here, yeah. Let's cruise over here. Let's have a look-see. Okay, so if I press there, okay, there we go. We can look at all the different views. That's on. Alright. Okay. So we've done a couple of things here, so let's have a look.
Enjoying the
hello.
sights? I
Hey, darling.
They're the best part of your job. At least your
yeah?
job has a best part. I have
really?
to make do with cheap coffee and a broken AC. Ready for your next
Yeah,
mission?
well, you know what?
Well,
At the end of the
aren't
day,
you
we
lucky?
both pay the same rent.
Investigate
So
the phosphate plant. Not too exciting, but who am I to argue, right? Go take a look.
yeah, ordering me around again, hey? Well, this is what it looks like inside the thing. Pretty well detailed. I must admit, pretty cool. Seems pretty windy outside there. We'll check and see how that goes. Okay, so we got the different views. We can look around like that. We can zoom in a bit. Alright, alright. Okay, so let's see. What do we... Oh, that's quite far down. We do not want to fall down there. Alright, let's go head to the next objective. Wow, look at the landscape. Isn't it amazing? Off we go. I must admit the first person viewing is quite janky. But we do what we can with the gameplay. As weird as this thing is on the tar road, I promise you it does get better when you start going on the off-road. Okay, so we have low gear, high all-wheel drive, blah 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 blah. Okay, that's cool. Alright, and brake. Okay. Hold B. Okay, so this is where it comes in. So now it's going to tell us to scan the area. And this shows us the indicator, same as the snow runner, so we can actually see where how deep it is. But I'm not too worried with the vehicle that we have here. This is a very, very capable vehicle. But you can see here, if we scan, we can actually see where it's deep in the waters. But we're just going to mosey on through the mud. Alright, so we're going to go up here. Okay. Okay, yeah, we got it. Okay, so we're going to hit that. Alright. Right. Put on the brakes. Attach the winch. Okay, that's the first one done. Oh man, I was pushing the wrong button. There we go. Okay, that is all opened up for us. Let's just give it a little bit of a shove that way. There we go, let's go. Alright, let's see what Kenny's got to say for us. Oh, look at this. The Cronenberg L34. Where did that thing open? Behind us. Okay, so it's telling us to open the map. So now we can see clear the view and stuff like that. So we need to go, so there's an objective over there. We'll open up that objective, track it, and then there's our vehicle. So let's get to that point over there first. Okay, open the map to see the new vehicle. There we go, so we can actually check the new vehicle. There it is there. Focus the camera. And let's enter the vehicle. Okay, yeah, got it. Alright,
Hey,
hello Kelly.
You're not a bad navigator. To be fair,
Yeah,
a
well,
child
I
could handle
try.
it if they could
Yeah,
reach
of
the
course.
gas pedal.
Yeah,
Still,
of course, yes.
you did fine too, so kudos to you. Now it's time to get you to your forward base. It's not much to look at, but should keep you warm. Oh, and on your way there, Be a darling and clear the plant-sold entrance for the cavalry. They're coming later, if the higher-ups don't cut the funding.
Sure thing, darling. Sure thing. Okay, use the grader modes for different tasks. Manual allows for manual blade adjustment. Marching locks the grade blade. At a surface to easily flatten stone roads you build. Use asphalt destruction to remove asphalt you've placed. Alright. Get rid of that hint quickly. Alright, so marching. Okay, so we need to move all of this stuff away. So what we're going to do is I found that going into the sand flattening mode is the best mode to sort of clear things away. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to push all of this stuff out of the damn way. It should be down there. Yeah, we know we don't want to dig there. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry, mate. We want to like make it nice and clear here so that the possible other vehicles can come through. Right, that's out of the way. Alright. Okay. I found this last time that barrel was so annoying. Okay, so we've cleared the path here. Let's go back into marching mode. I think what we're going to do is we're going to just park this vehicle over here for now and hop right back into our other one. So we'll just press and hold this button here. Let's go into the map. We can select that one, and there we go. Alright, back into Old Rusty. Let's see where we're going. Okay, so we've got objectives to do. So let's have a look see here. Okay, so objectives. Visit our forward base. Okay, so that's all the way over there. Alright. Okay, yes. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave a little marker there, and we're going to pop it like this, and we're going to give that a red marker so we know where it is. Okay, so the forward base is our sanctuary in this challenging environment. This is where you'll oversee the storage and allocation of resources. Utilize them wisely, and remember, each task demands a unique approach. Sure thing, mate. Alright. Okay, we've got that tracked. Okay, so we need to move somewhere here to the west. So let's mosey on through. It doesn't look too deep over here, so we'll just give it a bash anyway and go across. Interesting. Off we go, off we go. Am I actually going in the right direction? I suppose, was there another path? Oh, you know what? We actually need to go that way. We actually need to go that way. So let's do a quick U-turn here quickly. Just engage low gear. We don't need to engage lower gear right now. So while we're doing this, we can actually sort of scan the area as well to see if there's anything around. And then obviously this is for our ground. Alright. So I think we need to take a left here. Oh, someone's put the road up at here for us. That's a good thing. Didn't have to do that. Might be a little bit slower in this vehicle, but let me tell you, it's well worth it later on. Okay, so let's just scan here and see. There's some interesting things over here. Anything here? No. Okay. Oh, what is that? There's some concrete slabs over there. Interesting. Right, let's see what Kelly has to say for us. Objective completed. So this is our forward base.
Welcome.
Hello, darling.
The good news is you're in charge now. Bad news is the storage and allocation of resources are all on you. So use them wisely. And remember, a penny saved is a penny earned. For the company. Well, on to your next job. Storm's rolling
for our
in,
next date.
and we need to build a flood wall before it does. Before it rolls in, I mean. Storm seldom build walls. First, we need to plot a route from the base to the phosphate plant. Once we do that, we can deliver the crane parts to make the wall.
Okay, well, thank you, Kelly. Okay, so let's reverse and park over here quickly. And let's see what our objectives is. Alright, so we have objectives. Build a route to deliver the crane parts to the phosphate plant. Find and recover the generator from the abandoned facility. Okay, so let's just first remove this marker over here. Alrighty. So there we've got the forwarding base. Okay, build a route. Okay, we need to safeguard the coast against the impending storm. Your mission is to plan a route from the forward base to the phosphate plant to facilitate the delivery of crane parts. As grim as it may sound, in our line of work, time frequently equates to livelihood saved or lost. So let's not waste it. Okay, alright. So we need to build a route to wherever it needs to be. So, okay. Objectives, let's just track that quickly. Track, open that up. And right. Okay, so it says here, your task is to plot a route for vehicles to follow. Use waypoints in the path between two locations, press this and that. Keep an eye on the terrain. Heavy vehicles aren't built for off-road travels. Alright, so we can see an indication over there. Build a route to deliver the crane parts to the phosphate plant. Okay, so there's the phosphate plant. We're gonna alrighty. Okay, start plotting. And cool. Alright. Let's find the where's the place that we're going to do that from? Okay, open forwarding base from there. Okay, so we need a plot from here. Okay, yeah, we've got it, we got it, bait, we got it. Okay, so why is it not giving me open? Start plotting. Ah, there we go. Alright, so let's choose our path wisely, which way we will take up. So we can have a look. Do we ever go down at the bottom here? Or do we go down this route here? So I'm thinking let's just keep it simple, and we know, okay, yeah, we're going to end up using this section a lot. So I think we can plot it. Now, why is the truck doing that? Okay, so we'll go here. And one thing I did learn is we need to try and follow the track. So obviously in South Africa we all drive on the right and or left and then the right. So we're going to do a little bit of this, and we're going to keep our tracks going nice and neat this way. Oh yeah, we're just going to watch around the corners because the trucks do tend to hit the rocks sometimes. So we're just going to be careful of that. See how they turn. Alright, so let's go this way. Pause there. We can adjust the track later on if we need to. We'll see how it first goes. Still learning, still new to all of this. I have played it a little bit, but yeah, you know, we do make mistakes sometimes. I feel the other way would have been, wasn't the other way easier? No. We'll just take it. We'll go this way. This way seems the way to go. Alright, let's go here. Then we're going to hook a right here. And we're going to hook a left over here. Let's go directly through the middle. And boom. Right. Okay, so now we can actually follow these vehicles. So let's spectate the first one. Okay. The other one should be following. Oh, there we go. All the trucks are going. Let's see where these are going. Oh, change cockpit mode. We can watch in the driver. Alright, let's see where this takes us. What I like about this, you know, it's a very chilled game. You know, like, I've watched a couple of the different people playing this game, and they seem to like rush it. And I think this is a game that you must just take your time, enjoy the scenery, see what's happening around. You know, just take it all in, man. Take it all in. Okay, we did some interesting big pipe work over there. Okay, this one's looking pretty cool. We'll be chilling. They're all the same, yeah, they're all similar trucks. So they're on their way to connect us to the plant. So we just want to make sure that the first truck that's going through that is fine, and then we don't worry about the rest. So this is the AI now that's literally doing the traveling for us to get our base sorted up with the supplies. This is why we had to open up the gate to obviously clean and prep the whole thing. Okay, so let's see. With the, oh, okay, whoop, then into the truck it goes. Okay, so we've pretty much got a green marker all along. Everything's looking Gucci in the gang. Gucci in the gang. Alrighty. Objective complete. Yeah, I didn't understand a single word you just said there, mate. You need to make that radio a little bit clearer. Alright. Okay, so we've done our first thing there. So let's see. So we've got find and recover the generator from the abandoned facility. Okay, so we need to recover a generator. So it shows a little icon on the track. So let's open that. Okay, so we're going to go all the way over there, and then we need to go and recover that. The abandoned facility hasn't been operational for ages, so we don't care if it doesn't survive the storm. Supposedly there is some auxiliary generator as well as other supplies that could come in really handy if we could locate them. See if you can scout around the abandoned buildings for it. Once found, haul the generator over to the local garage for us to check if it works. Okay, alright, let's track that, and let's put a custom marker there. I like doing that, so we'll do that. Delete that marker. Let's just delete that marker again. Let's just do this again. Pop that. There we go. And we know this is the area of objective that we need to get to. So I think we'll just put a flag, a little red flag. Okay, those are the two things we need to worry about. Okay, deliver object. Alright, to there, done. Okay, cool. So let's go back here to the garage. So we know we need to pick something up, and we need a vehicle in order to do that. So let's have a look and see. Currently I have opened up quite a few things already, and there's one vehicle you want to use, and this is the Mule T1. You can go into the shop, so we'll show you here in the shop. There's a whole bunch of things you can actually go ahead and purchase. This is just the skin variety that's different from the DLC. Then we've got the SA truck. The cargo crane truck will do as well. If you don't want to use it, you can do this. I have used first this one here as well. So the Mule T1 is actually very good. The Voron 3327 looks awesome. Pretty cool thing to have as well. I've never really used these at all. And then there's obviously the dump truck that'll come in later. This thing over here, heavy equipment transporter, you'll end up using this quite a lot. That'll come in at a later stage. Okay, we've got the cargo truck, the log forwarder, and then all these other things that we can choose from. Okay, this is a Scout. So here's the Land Rover version, and then there's a Scout as well. Pretty cool Scout to have as well. The Don 72 Malamute, pretty cool. Heavy mobile crane. So these little machines I haven't really used yet in the game before. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got all the tracks. Okay, so these are search and rescue vehicles. And then if you got the DLC, the Invictus is really cool vehicle to have. So let's see what we've got here. We've got all these different vehicles we can choose from. Cargo trucks, stump removers. This is another mobile operation base. Pretty cool thing to use. And then that's just a different skin variety of the mule. And then this dozer over here. Wow, there's quite a bit to choose from. DLC, that thing's pretty awesome to build bridges. The semi-truck, guys, only uses if there's actually proper tarred roads. Otherwise, it's an absolute nightmare to use. We've got the asphalts, there's an SARS truck, another cargo crane type vehicle. Okay, so we've done that. Alright, okay, so let's go to the garage. We are going to switch onto that, and we are going to deploy this.
Looks like we're going to need a generator for the phosphate plant.
There we go.
There should be one somewhere close to the abandoned facility. Check your map. If you can find it, bring it back to the garage inside the abandoned facility.
Okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this vehicle there and have a look-see. Put the diff lock on. Alright, okay. And it's raining, obviously. Of course it is. Okay, so we're going to head off in this direction. Lovely old mule. This thing is it's very capable vehicle to use. It is a little bit janky, just be careful. You know, they can tip quite easily. We're just going to go across over here and maybe not go into any deep puddles. I do find the controls, like on the Xbox and compared to PC, is a little bit, it's very sensitive. Like, I mean, you just turn and Wants to like veer off the bloody road. Alright, so let's have a look quickly on the map and see where we are. Okay, let's just put the brake on before we go anywhere. Alright, so we know we're going to get more or less in that direction here, through here somehow. There is a little bit of cloud this way. Okay, so shall we go, let's take a right first. Right or left? Is there a pathway that way? There is a, let's check that pathway. Just let's be different. Let's have a look here quickly. What is this here? Is this like a muddy path of sorts? No. Okay. Alright. We are not going to go through the bush. Man, it's raining cats and dogs here, man. Holy hat, it's raining. So I think, you know, with the diff lock on, it just... If we take the diff lock off, it'll... Okay, so the diff lock... Yeah, got it. Alright, cool. Okay. So, this is where we need to go to over here. Okay, so up there we see the generator over there. So, we need to figure out a way to get up there. And the way is by actually going this way over here. So, alright, what do we have here? So we need to make a way. Yo, the place is flooded. Okay. Some environment elements can be pushed, pulled, knocked over, or hooked with a winch. Look for the yellow markings to spot them. Okay, I suppose yellow markings is the tape. Okay. Oh, alrighty. And up we go. Okay, so we need to knock this one over. Let's just be very careful here and just give it a little bit of a nudge. So now we see there's a hole over there, so we need to obviously knock that other one that's up there. Let's just quickly cruise up here. It's a pity you don't have like a character that like climbs out or something like that. So let's just quickly... Whoa, don't fly over. This nearly happened to me last time when I played the game. That I nearly fell over there. Alrighty. Okay, let's head on over this way. Let's take it nice and steady. Remember, there's no rush. Really no rush. I think, you know, as the game, as you move on in the game, it helps you to reach. Alright, so let's do this. Let's do it the way it's supposed to be done. So let's just reverse like that. Okay. And engage the brake. Alright. Don't forget to engage the brake, folks. Do not forget to engage the brakes. Okay, so now we need to toggle the anchors for stability. Alright, we got a bit of stability. And let's get the crane out. Okay, it's giving us the hitching point options. Get a bit of height here and attach. Alrighty. Okay, we have the generator. Let's spin this a bit around like that. Guys, it does take a bit of practice to do this. I'm not the best at it either. Alrighty, Okay, let's fold the frame. Let's secure our cargo strap. There we go, and let's toggle the anchor. Alrighty then. Okay, off we go. So we need to get, okay, let's just check our markers here. So we've got this marker here, so we can delete that marker. So we now need to make it to over here. So we need to figure out how to get there. Alright. Okay, let's park brake off. Slow and steady wins the race. Let's go. I mean, pretty detailed game, I would say. I mean, it looks pretty damn cool. All the water and the rain, and I mean, the music's pretty cool in the background too. Alright, let's take it steady down here. There we go. I'm just literally letting the vehicle roll on its own weight type thing. Okay, so I did find this became quite a tricky situation. So we need to get through this area. So we've got an option here now. So let's have a look. So we've got to move a couple of things here. Okay, so let's just toggle the anchors out here quickly. Alright, let's grab this over here. Get this well out of the way over there. So now we need to see that we need to be able to change the target. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, that seems to get that out of the way. So the only thing I didn't figure out last time, if it actually allowed me to attach to the wheelbarrow, which I don't think it does. And that's where I did find seemed to be a little bit of the issue with that it doesn't give you the option to do that. So there's this you see, so let's just see if we can slowly just move this wheelbarrow out of the way, because I did find that this wheelbarrow gave me some issues last time and it didn't. There we go, that seems a little bit out of the way. Alright, okay, so we've got some water here that we need to cross. So normally you can come with your other vehicle to come and check how deep it is here and stuff like that, because we don't obviously have the capability to do that, but it's fine. We will just mosey on through with this truck here so long. It is not too deep over here. So okay, so this is where we need to be. Alright, let's get to this section over here and see what Kelly has to say. You have a new vehicle to play with. Let's head to the vehicles tab and switch to it. Okay. I like the way the game's telling me what to do now, obviously.
You wrapped up all the prep work nicely. I knew I could rely on you, which is especially great since I had nobody else to rely on. You're the only contractor in the sector. The fate of everything rests upon you. No pressure. Besides, the only thing left to do is to build the flood wall before the storm hits. First, you'll need to scoop up some concrete slabs. There should be plenty around your base. Naturally, you'll want to use the crane to move them. Then you need to drop them off in the loading area. Easy as pie, right? I could go for some pie. Anywho, the generator's in working order, so now you just need to make sure it's delivered. Shouldn't be too hard. Just plot a course from the workshop to the phosphate plant.
Okay, Kelly. Alright, so let's see. It says there's a new vehicle. We can click into the vehicle. Let's go to there. All right, there, rusty mobile crane. So this is what, there we go. There's the, okay, well, there is the rusty mobile crane. That is all the way up here at the base. There it is there. That's the crane that we'll end up using to go and pick up a couple of things. So there's things like you'll see here, we'll end up picking some slabs and stuff there. So we could move to that, or we could take our mule that we purchased, if you have the money. If not, you will not be using the mule. You'll end up using the rusty crane or driving with some sort of vehicle or some sort of truck or something here. But I enjoy using the mule. So we got that. That's the abandoned facility. All right. Let's take this marker off here quickly. Hang on. There we go. Let's get the delete marker. All right. Okay, so objectives. Move concrete slabs to the loading area. Create a route to deliver the generator. Okay, so we also need to create a route to deliver the generator, which is also very important. So that is the door that everything comes out from, apparently. So let's just get out of the way. We could, if we wanted to, leave this vehicle here. Let's put the diff lock on. There we go. Park that there. Okay, create a route. Okay, let's open that. Track. And let's open the route. Okay. Alright, so the first biggest mistake I did here last time was actually trying to sort of like dig up ground and all of that sort of thing over here, and it's not necessary, guys. Don't bother doing that. You will create a very big headache for yourself. So we're just going to follow what we see here, and we're just going to do this. So it kind of just, you're just going to get the turning circle of the vehicle right. So that's what I found seemed to be the issue last time. And that was like getting through this little sort of area over here, and this wheelbarrow sort of gave me a little bit of a headache, and those concrete slab things over there. So let's see if we can get it to, if the AI will do what I want it to do. So you can see how the vehicle is turning. It shows you the angle of the vehicle. So let's just give it a little bit of a straight through here, and then over here. Okay, so we know we need to get all the way back to the phosphate plant. So we're going to go this way, and this time we're just going to stick on the right side of the road. And just generate this path like this. Oops, there's a little bit into the middle of the path. Okay, we're heading in the right direction. So we're just going to keep going. Like I say, on the Xbox controller it is a little bit janky, but guys, just plot, if you need to, just keep plotting as much as you can. It'll just make things a lot easier when it comes to the actual gameplay, or the AI doing its thing. And these apparently can be adjusted, so let's not phase or worry too much about that. Okay, so we're going to make it through here. And okay, so there is a gate over there. So you see there's a gate that needs to go there. So before we activate this, we're going to actually go and that's why using the vehicle, your like other little investigating vehicle, works well. So let's just do this, and we'll get that like that. And we'll do that, and the AI will actually tell you, say, hey, listen, there's a problem here. Alright, okay, so we won't dispatch the vehicles quickly, so let's just hop back into our mule. Alright, That's where I sort of like made the mistake by not opening that up first, but we can do that. So let's just cruise. Let's just go on the path that the trucks wanted to go, more or less. So this is sort of the path that the trucks need to drive in. There's a little bit of water here, but I think they can make it through. It's not too deep. So they need to sort of like go up here, and then hook a left, and then like kind of like go through here somehow. Let's hope they don't have an issue over there. Okay, we're gonna just cruise like this. So this is the path that these things need to actually follow. So we're literally following on the path now that our supply trucks have got to go. So you can, like I say, use your other vehicle to sort of scan the area for any dangers or problems and things like that. I mean, like I said, very, very peaceful game. Chill. I mean, we can take the environment, kind of like get immersed into the actual drive of the vehicle. Let's have a look, see. Okay, so this is the one section that they've got to get across here. So it should be fine. I don't see, this is where we drove as well. It was pretty shallow. See, they can make it across that quite easily. That's not an issue over there. So let's go over here. Alright, we need to open this gate. We need to open this gate for the thing to actually hook on. So this is what I wanted to see. Does this vehicle... Ah yes, it does. It does allow for attachment. Okay, you're just going to be a lot closer. All right. Okay, so let's hook that on there. And loosen the brake. It should just automatically pull that gate back. There we go. Move the gate this way for them. Okay. So let's just move, see if we can just give this gate a little bit of a help to go wider. Alright, that's as wide as it goes. Alright. I do find I get this sort of like situation where the camera doesn't want to do its thing. Okay, and that's where the location is. So we're going to just take our little mule truck. We're going to park it over here quickly so long and enjoy the view. Put the brakes on. Right, let's go back to our objectives. Move concrete slabs, we'll do that just now. Create a route to deliver it. Okay, so we've done the route. Infrastructure route is done. Let's open that and let's dispatch. Okay, let's have a look and see how these vehicles are going to do here, because they do get a little bit sticky over here. So let's just have a look here and see. I'm just worried about this little section of here. This little wheelbarrow was my nemesis nightmare last time, and it'll actually show if the route is failed or gonna do well. So you see the concrete slab. Okay, drove over the concrete slab, not too bad. There, you see there, that's the issue there. Alright, okay, so we need to just see here. Okay, that's fine, that one made it through. Alright, they just, any little bump in the road and the AI is like, oh, I can't get through here. But they're making their way around. Okay, cool. And I think this is the last vehicle. there we go. There's that. I think this is the finicky vehicle. So you see here. Okay, so this one's saying here failed. Watch. It's going to say that there's a problem here. Watch. The other truck's giving it a push. Come on. And watch. It's going to say failed route. So we're going to have to go and adjust that. I knew this would be the case. So there we go. Alright, so we have a failed infrastructure route, so we're going to open that up and we're going to delete that point and we're going to add a new point about here, and then let's just move that over a bit, like, come on, let's just move that a little bit like that. And move this one a little bit higher to get the trucks to do a bit of a better turn. Okay, that's too steep over there. So let's see if they're able to drive over this concrete. So that should be fine. We'll just move that. You see, the thing is, we don't want this to get too close to that concrete over there. Alright, so let's see now if they go through this fine. Okay, let's have a look. So anything I found was a little bit janky. You can actually go around it. I did that on the other one as well. Oh, there we go. Okay, that one went through. It's the longer truck that we're going to worry about. It's the other truck. So let's see how these go over here. We know these two are fine. Well, guys, if you want to see more of this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please put down your comments and what you think about the game and how you feel, continuing the episodes would be and things like that. And how you see now again, this truck struggles. It's always these two trucks. This is the problem I had last time. Now it's going to say failed. So I'm going to have to move the trucks a bit higher up. I had this issue last time. It was so weird. Oh, wait, okay. The AI is moving each other over. And now can the other truck get over? Now he's just going to sit there and he's going to say, well, I helped you, buddy. What about me? So you can, with your vehicle, go and actually give him a push if you want to. So let's see. He's going to reverse. And he's going to get some speed, and is he going to make it up? No. It's going to say route failed. Watch. If you don't get it precise, these trucks are so finicky, man. Come on, man. Just like put a little bit of gas in the pedal. Okay, that's the second time, and it's going to say failed plan route. Yeah. Come on, give me the failure. See, the AI wants it to go up there, but he's struggling. Okay, let's edit this point a little bit like that and see if that changes the perspective of the thing. It's the turning circle of the vehicles, man. They are so janky. I could have just gone through here and around here and, but I wanted to obviously complicate things a bit more, as usual. The AI does not like these sharp turns. It's one thing I've figured out. We'll get it right, folks. We'll get it right. You see, now that one's also getting stuck. Okay, let's just cancel this route. Hang on. Okay, let's edit it. Let's edit this a little bit. Let's move this a little bit over that way. We don't want to get stuck on that thing over there. And let's just move this a little bit that way. And let's move this a little bit that way. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, so their turning's a little bit better. Okay, that one looked pretty clean. Okay, yeah. Alrighty. Take your time, folks. Take your time. No pressure. I'm not the most perfect game player when it comes to that. I am still learning. It's just this was a very irritating part of the gameplay. Figuring out how the vehicles actually turn around. Especially these stupid trucks. Okay, he made it. He made it very easy. Okay, that's that one done. Right, now comes the old janky truck over here. Okay, that's green. And now of course you're gonna like struggle and take a different turn. And he is through. Alrighty. So we'll just follow the last truck that's going through the motions here. I mean, pretty crazy place to have roads like this. You could go, like the game allows you to go and like fix these roads and make them all level. And now, why did you just get stuck there now? Oh, was there a little bit of mud there? I'm so sorry. Just drive your damn truck, dude. You get paid. Slap in that lower gear. Okay, I think from here the truck will be fine. Alright, so we know that that truck's going there. They're going to follow this route all the way through and around here. That's going to be an issue. Now, why is that moved there? I could have sworn it was like going through the middle. I really could have sworn this was going through the middle. Okay, let's see if it'll give us the opportunity to edit this quickly. That one did fine there. I definitely brought the path to go through there. All right, well they're making it through somehow. Okay, so let's see the janky truck here. This was definitely going through the middle. Why has this changed? Stupid AI. Alright. And there comes the last truck over there. There comes Mr. Jenks. Alright, he's made it through. Alright, cool. Okay, so we should get a notification now. Objective complete. The following vehicles have been unlocked. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Alright, so let's go to the next objective. Concrete slabs. So there's ways of doing this and there's ways of not doing this. Okay, so let's open the objective. Okay, that's the objective there. We'll track that and let's... Alright, cool. Let's jump into the old Rusty over here. Okay, so it's telling us what to do. The nearby concrete slabs are a resource that can be stored. Use a crane to move them to the loading zone. Want to switch how cranes operate, head to the settings, for advanced responsiveness tweaks, visit settings, controls or controller depending on your setup. Alright, okay, so kill. Okay, so here's the resource storage. And these are the concrete slabs. So we've got the old, you see there's a couple of concrete slabs over there. And a couple of concrete slabs over here. Alright. So we want to actually put the concrete slabs in. So we're going to bring this vehicle over here. And we're just going to press the brake. How do I get rid of... Why is it not giving me the option to get rid of this stupid thing? Alright. There we go. Oh wait, we need to put our anchors out. Let's pop our anchors out so that we don't fall over. Alrighty. And you see the indicator over there, it's showing you that you can literally just drop the goods. Boom, and they disappear. Okay. Can I get this information out? Thank you. I would like to get this. How do I get... Okay, there is a settings tab here somewhere. Okay, I suppose it is a tutorial, so... Okay, so now we need to try and cycle the target. There we go. Connect that. And it'll show us the indicator. We'll just drop that over there. Why is this thing... okay. Now we've got this tutorial done. It's still showing us another one over there, so let's go grab that one. You can see on the top right hand corner it is showing us the different slab connections. Okay, this obviously did not... wants us to bring it a little bit closer. You see, this is the issue I had last time. It keeps telling me to detach load. There we go. Alright. Let's do that. Okay, so we've got the 4 slabs, but what we can do in the whole progress of the game, we can actually go and collect those other slabs. So you can either pick them up with this thing one at a time and store it, but what we're going to do is we're going to just quickly take this old Rusty over here and park Rusty over here. And we are going to enter our other vehicle. Alright, let's go to the vehicle and go back to the mule. Into the vehicle, and we're going to go back there with the mule because I feel this thing is way more handier than that other damn thing. And we're going to pick up the slabs and actually pop them into this vehicle and then actually put them into storage. We could go and do, you know, lift it with a crane and move one at a time, but we're going to just go stack ourselves up with all the stuff. So let's just get back up to the base of operations. Making our way downtown. Up here. Am I going to the right spot? No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I am at the right spot. Okay. Alright, let's go pick up these over here. Let's put the anchors, the old anchors out. And break on. Secure that. No. Do that. Line it up more or less. I don't profess to be the best at this. I keep pressing the wrong button, and this is where I need to get my A into G for this. Okay, there we go. I wanted to get that. Okay, so now we're gonna. Okay, is that one kind of in? Let's just move it a little bit over to the. I've seen guys do this like so fast, dude. To me, it's just like, yeah, whatever. Alright, there we go. Okay, not the greatest, but with practice, I feel we will achieve the goal we want to achieve. Alright. You know, okay, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know what I mean? Alrighty, let's just get maybe a top view of this a little bit better. Wait for the swinging to happen. See, now that one's not exactly on there. Okay, let's get this to swing a bit. I'm trying to be a little bit of a perfectionist here when it comes to this, but I suck at this, so don't worry about it. There we go. Alright, okay, that's those two done there. Fold the crane. Strap that down. I don't think we need to actually strap it for now, because we're going to go... we've got a couple of concrete slabs over there. I'm trying to think which is the best way to load this. So let's just bring the vehicle like this so that it's ready to okay, let's pop the anchors out. Let's get our view a little bit better. I think let's go for the furthest one first. There we go. So if you see you doing that, you can actually see the visuals. You see there? That's why it's not doing what I wanted to do. So let's just drop that a little bit. Alright, so we got it swinging now. Can we go, I want to see if this can go higher. Okay, so it can go like that. You see, this is what I mean, you press it and then it swings. This is what I don't like about the whole thing. With Xbox, it's so janky. You know what, we'll just leave that as it is now like that, that's fine. How many we got in here? We've got 1, 2, 3. Suppose we can go pick up one more at least. Sure, we can pick up one more. Might have been quicker with the other crane, but you know what? Hell's bells. I think you can actually just drag it there as well. So there is a way to just drag it with the other machine as well. So we're going to try that now. I'm going to show you. Try that out. Do that. I'm telling you, using the cranes does take a bit of practice. I confess I am not the best at this. Okay. Oh, detach load. Like that. Let's just strap the cargo in. So, another way I found that you can sometimes mess with the game is by doing this. So, I'll show you here now. We can literally drag that other concrete there. We just do that, and then instead of picking the whole thing, we now change the load. Okay, no wait, what's it? I think it's this. There, single point. Okay, so we're going to attach the load, and we're literally just going to pull the load back with us into the storage area. Oh wait, that's not the storage area. There we go. Okay. So now we can literally, let's see if we unstrap. There we go. Okay, that was easy enough. Alright. Like I say, I am not the best crane operator in the game. So I think the quickest way would be we just grab those damn things and then just pull it into this loading area. See if we can grab those two at the same time. There we go. That made quick work of that. I think we got all the slabs, didn't we? Oh no, wait, we got these two over here. There's three. I wonder if we can pull those three. Let's do some science. You see, the vehicle takes so long to stop. Alright, let's try this. Let's see what happens. Are we able, okay, we're able to pull these three together at the same time. No, 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 don't tip over, don't tip over. It is a bit of a heavy weight, so we're just going to take it very slowly and do this. No, 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 no. I knew this would happen. Okay, so now we've got an issue. So now we've tipped the vehicle. Yeah. We don't want to recover the vehicle. We're not going to recover the vehicle. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop over into old Rusty over here. I tried something, folks, but it didn't quite do what it was meant to do. So let's just quickly use this one over here. So let's see if we can just pull it with this. Change the connection points. Alright. And let's see if this will... There we go, way better. Are you serious? You didn't want to just drop that one that was there. Okay. Alright, so now we need to resurrect this vehicle over here. Okay, so let's... How far does Rusty's boom go up? Slow and steady. There we go. Alright. Okay. Crisis averted, people. Crisis averted. Where can we park all Rusty's? So there's bays over there. I think Rusty looks pretty cool over here. We'll keep Rusty just to the side here. Alright, okay, let's hop back into this damn mule. Hey, we all gotta learn somewhere along the line, you know, just like, you know, don't judge, please, do not judge. Alright? Okay, let's just get out of this here so we can just take this low gear off. Let's go a bit more forward. Okay, low gear disengaged. Alright. Okay, so complete, task is complete. So move concrete slabs to the loading area. We did that. Is there more concrete slabs? Transfer resources. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Bring resources to the phosphate
Looks like you'll
plant.
need to do some hauling. Take the cargo truck and load it up with the concrete slabs and steel beams. Then deliver it to the phosphate plant. And if you're in the mood for extra supplies, on a route between the warehouse and the forward base. It's not essential, but it'll make things easier for you in the long run.
Alright, so but we just did that. Now we gotta pick up the damn concrete slabs again. I just don't get this game. So we donated a few, and then there's the others as well. And now it's telling us to move the concrete slabs again. Bring resources to the phosphate plant. Okay, well then let's open that. Okay, there's the phosphate plant. Okay, cool. 3 concrete and then bring resources to the zone steel beams. Okay, we're still gonna do that. Okay, so let's track that. So what does it want us to do? So I've got to bring 3 plus 2 steel beams. So where are the steel beams? Was this? I can't remember if the steel beams are here. Are the steel beams here? Or is the steel beams inside the resource thing? I don't recall there being any other 2 steel beams. Okay, deliver. Yes, I've selected that. Okay, so yeah, connect the warehouse and the forward base with the route. Whoa, okay, where's that now? Okay, we still gonna get the warehouse thing. Okay, so let's not worry about that right now. Let's go back to, let's open that. Okay, so we're gonna bring steel beams. I can't remember where the 2 steel beams were. Are they actually in the resource bin? I know I'm acting stupid, but you know what, it is what it is. Alright, okay. So, let's enter... Oh, yeah, so there's this cargo truck. Okay, so what this cargo truck is, it's wanting us now to retrieve resources. Press A to open the storage menu. Then press A on the selected resources. You can store resources at one base and retrieve them from another. Okay. So if we go into the resource, there's the steel beams. 1, 2 steel beams. Okay, so we've got the steel beams. Then we need concrete slabs. 1, how many was it? 2, 3. Alright, so we're going to take all of that either in this truck or in the mule. So I am selecting that we don't use this vehicle. I want to actually use the mule, but in your playthrough you'll end up using this vehicle. But I'm going to use the mule for that, so we're just going to park this old rusty goat over here. Okay, and then we're just going to go quickly select the, no, not that one. Alright, so we're going to load 3 of those plus 2 steel beams. Okay, let's anchor that. I should have just kept those other 3 there. So for the next time, if you're playing gameplay, load what you need to do and then keep the others. That's meant to actually do the whole thing. Alright. Okay. We get you, game. This seems like a little, if you don't know what you're doing, you do the whole, it's like the whole rinse process, you know. But you know what? It makes for good practice. See, this is the issue I have with this thing. These things swing like crazy, man. You know what I mean? And when I watch the guys on PC, they just seem to do it so much faster. Look at that, look how it's swinging. Alright, anyway, it is what it is. So look how it's swinging. How long does it take for the thing to... no, you see now, look, you see there? Now it doesn't. Okay, just a little bit more forward. There we go. Alright, we'll drop you down. Hey, like I said, I don't profess to be the best crane operator in the world, but you know what? Hey, we do what we can, my boys. We do what we can. At least, you know, we are still achieving the goal that we want to achieve, so we need 3 of these. I suppose seeing the height that we have would help as well, hey? Oh my god, I'm so battling at this right now. Stop moving so much, damn stupid game. Alright. Alright, there we go. Oh, you see, I'm too close to the other resource. Oh. Alright, let's just back this up here quickly. I'm too close in the other resource area, so it actually took the damn freaking steel beam away. That is so stupid. Okay, my bad. It's okay, let's just get another steel beam here quickly. Alright. I ended up picking one too many. Okay, well it is what it is. We will... Let's just drop this one back into the resource over here quickly. Alright. Because we only need the 2, because it shows there that we only need 2. We've got 3 already. People are probably like watching here, you guys are like getting so frustrated. Oh, I can do this in my sleep, folks. Well, you know what? Each to their own, I suppose, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Look at this. This thing is so... trying to like land it perfectly and being anal about the whole thing. There we go. Is a pain in the ass. To be fair. Did I just order another damn steel beam? Okay, you stupid twat. Well, you know what? Shit happens, you know? Let's just get these two on here and then we'll worry about that last one. Understanding the damn controls, I'm telling you, I think is my biggest issue here. I keep getting my controls mixed up. Alright, let's just move this last one into the other load area. Okay, is that problem solved? Okay, that was irritating. Anyway, let's strap the cargo. We do have quite a bit of a load on here, and let's give it a bash. Okay, so we need to go all the way over there to that marker over there. Go deliver the goods. I think we just take it slow and steady. Put the diff lock on. We could have used the old rusty truck, but we're gonna just use this mill over here. Because, you know, we just like to be different. Let's not tip ourselves here. Okay, it's over here somewhere, so let's just go over here. Ah, I see the marker over there. Alrighty. Okay, so that's what they were for, was to build the, I forgot it was to build these damn cranes. I can't believe I just played this like a couple of days ago and I forgot about this. Oh, look, Kelly.
Storm's coming in fast, so we need to get that flood wall up. Actually, you need that more than I do. I'm safe back at HQ, but the folks in that town aren't. So, good luck.
Thanks for those kind words of encouragement over there. Alright. Okay, so we've got this objective to do here. So, build a flood wall to strengthen the shore. Alright. So we're going to deliver all these different objects. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Open objective. Alright. So we need to get into this crane. And we've got now these things here. Okay, so let's do that. Why is this thing bouncing like that? Alright. So we've raised the hook all the way up, and we can move that forward and back. And then, but how do we? Oh, rope length. There we go. Sorry, why? Oh shit! That was a bad one. Oh my god, why did I press that button? Why did I press that button? Okay, my bad, thanks. My bad. Okay, let's try this again. How did they say? Mistakes were made. Do not press that button again. Do not press A. Okay, how do we rotate the crane? How do we rotate this thing again? Raise, lower, detach load, rope length, crane rail movement. Oh, load, rotate. Sorry, I'm not looking at the screen properly. I am being a little bit blind, people. My bad, my bad. Let's go a little bit up and detach. Alright, okay, that took 10 years and 5 centuries to do. Excuse me. I'm still trying to learn to operate the damn crane. Why is it not giving me the option of that? Oh, because we need to attach it at the top of where the... Oh, okay, so that's what it needs. Alright, okay. I'm like being really dumb here, people. Well, we're going to attach the load and do that. Raise the rope. Let's just swing all the way around this way. Okay, now we gotta lower the thing. We should get a green marker. There we go. Alright. A little bit smoother. A little bit, just a little bit. Okay. Let's lower that one down. Attach. Pull it back up. There we go. Keep the rope nice and short. There we go. Hey, as they say, Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay, I suppose if we did an aerial view, I think it would help a little bit as well. And then we can just rotate the load like that. And then we lower it with the X. Boom. Alright. Okay, let's go to the next crane over here. And into that. To that way, and okay, you see it showed green. I dropped it and then it swung and it did its own thing. Alright, well, you know what, we will be a little bit more careful next time. I'm so stuck at this. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so let's just be a little bit more careful this time. Okay. Wasn't perfect, but you know what? We did what we had to do and it achieved the goal. I wonder if your perspective helps a little bit with the whole thing. I suppose it's the angle of the dangle, as they say. Okay, let's just move the crane a little bit over because we feel like it. Okay, let's wait for it to like not swing too much. I think we're going to just lower this as much as we can into the position and try and see if we can actually get this to perfectly fit this time. There we go. With practice, lads, with practice. Right, shields up.
Jeez Louise, that was a close one.
Yeah.
I was worried you weren't gonna pull it off. If you keep this up, I might start getting optimistic. At least
please
for the
don't get too
company's
optimistic.
stocks. They've been crashing lately, but you might have just turned the tide. Now, doesn't
yeah, with
that
my
make you
great
feel
crane work.
good? Well,
Oh,
savor
not
it
quite,
for all
but it's fine.
worth. Talk to you later.
Okay. Hey! Alrighty. In the silence, there's a strange kind of calm. The world's holding its breath, pretending everything's going to be alright. But a tempest must be true to its nature. Okay. Alright. So, let's see. That's all done. Connect the warehouse and the forward operating base with the roof. You have no, okay, so let's go do this side objective. Okay, so let's just mark that quickly with one of our little markers here again. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're then going to take our trusty little green machine, wherever that is. So let's just go look at the vehicles here quickly. Alright, let's go into this vehicle over here and let's make our way to that other stuff. Well, you know, like I say, Rome wasn't built in a day, and I am not the best crane operator in the world. I do find this to be a little, I do find controllers to be a bit janky compared to probably PC. But you know what? We got the bloody job done at the end of the day. So, hey, either way, it was still done. So these other small objectives around the map to like find things, like hidden trees to get more cash and things like that. So I think let's just first do this objective and then we can kind of like just like cruise around and see what we have before we actually maybe progress to the next map whenever that'll be. Let's go and check around and see what we can find. So we do have this object scanner. And then this is obviously for the depth of the water. Very sensitive, I must admit. I wonder if I can maybe like change the sensitivity slightly, if that'll make any difference in the controller settings. Where did our marker go? Oh, it's all the way up there. Oh, okay. Let's go up here then. Did I miss the previous road already? So we don't, so let's just, okay, we can drive through this, that's not too deep. Guys, it is faster with the other vehicles, I know, but I just love this vehicle, man. You'll see later on in the game how cool this vehicle actually is, so keep that in mind. Alrighty. Okay, now that we've reached this goal here, connect the warehouse and the forward operating base. Okay, so let's first delete this marker here. So we got the warehouse there. Let's open that, track that, and okay, now we're going to connect that. So we're going to start. We're going to. Okay, so we need to connect. We're going to go from here all the way along this route, and then we'll go up this way here to the forwarding base. We just got to watch out for the other traffic that's there. So let's connect this very smartly this time. So let's see if we can get this right. So we're going to exit through this gate over here, go down here, which gate? Oh yeah, that's the path we're going to take. Okay, so we're going to take this path over here. I don't think it'll have an issue going through this sort of terrain. I don't think the terrain is too bad here, to be honest. Which is the better route? What is up this way? Oh yeah, that's the way we want to actually go. Okay. Alright, so let's just hook a left here. Take these guys, can come up here. Don't really see it being an issue coming up this path so far. A little bit of muddy terrain there. Okay, so let's try and stick to the left of the path so that these other vehicles don't bump into each other. Like I said, we do find that the AI seem to crash into one another. Okay, there's a little bit of muddy terrain over here. Can they get through this? Yeah, I'm sure they can get through that. We can give it a bash. I don't see it being an issue. I don't see it really being an issue, but you know what? If they can't, we will just have to adjust the route again, so that's fine. Okay, so let's just do that. And the truck will turn here. I'll go there, and there we go. Okay, so we'll follow this truck here while this truck's following. I'm gonna just go pop on the kettle quickly. Alright, while that's doing that, let's go pop on the kettle, see how these guys go. They should be fine, from what I remember. I definitely need another cup of coffee, and I've also got some meds I need to take. Oh god, yeah, I nearly throw the whole damn kettle off the thing. How's he doing? Well, he seems to be okay so far. So our first sort of little muddy terrain over here. Okay, we'll pop that kettle like that. Okay, he's taking his turn. Alright, okay. That's all looking good so far. I mean, just think about it. These are pretty crazy conditions that these guys have to like drive through, and you know, and now it's obviously heavy rain and like monsoon season here. seems to be doing okay. Guys, if you're enjoying this so far, do yourselves a favor, please. Hit that like and hit that subscribe button. And guys, just throw in the comments, man. What you'd like to see. Do you want me to, in each playthrough, would you like me to investigate the town more instead of just trying to rush the game? Because I find a lot of the other folks tend to just rush through the whole game, and I think the whole idea is to actually be immersive and enjoy the game itself, and have a look around and just enjoy the adventure, So let's see how we go about it. It's entirely up to you folks. Pop that kettle on. Do yourself a favor, this is also not the only game that I play. I do play Ark as well. You can have a look at the different things that I have there on Ark. I am pretty much just messing about in Ark at the moment until the new map Valguero comes out, and we'll have a playthrough on Valguero starting fresh. One of the servers that I'll be on. I haven't decided which server yet, so have a look at that. And for the Call of Duty fans, yes, we do play Call of Duty mainly on Saturday evening, so hop on in. We play with our clan, Mad Gaming. You can have a look there, the LGG clan, and yeah, we do a bit of Resurgence and some Warzone and Plunder, whatever it is. I don't play much multiplayer at the end of the day, but yeah, let's have a look at that and see how that goes. I mean, that's new season will be changing as well soon. We're waiting for the next season to come up and see what happens with the new map. Alright, let's see how these folks are doing. So this truck's doing okay so far. We're just following the first truck, and I think if the first truck makes it, let's just see what happens with the other trucks. I mean, with the other vehicles, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Alright, so he's coming up here and he's about to deliver the goods. Alright. Okay, there's the second vehicle coming there. Okay, alright. 7 stars, there we go. All objectives completed. Alright, so they obviously still keep going. I know there is a thing, remaining reward. Okay, well, we've done that. Okay, per truck. So this is what they deliver per truck. Okay, alright. Okay, main's done. That objective's done. Infrastructure is done. We've done that. So why is it showing? Okay, so we don't have any more objectives. All goals completed. And then that's the infrastructure. So what we could do is we could go around and actually have a look around the map a bit more and actually open up the map, because the map is like massive. We could maybe like take a drive through. I think what we'll do is we'll grab one of the other vehicles. Let's see. I think, yeah, let's go to the warehouse. Is it the warehouse? No, that's the warehouse. That's in that vehicle there. I suppose if we're in that vehicle, we can pretty much go anywhere. But okay, forwarding base. Let's hop into the forwarding base, and let's hop into the garage, and let's grab ourselves a different vehicle to go cruising around in. We could take that one. We got the forging base over here. I could go and like say buy another vehicle. So let's go have a look in the shop. So I don't have the DLC for that yet. We could grab this one over here. I think I've still got my settings on where things don't cost me money for some reason. I'll have to check those settings, man. Yeah, let's just quickly check the settings here quickly. Okay, crossplay mode, gameplay, motion, hide, graphics. I think it's because I got it on everything on easy, I think it was. Or is it just in the beginning that everything is kind of, because I've purchased everything already. Oh, it's because I think I purchased those vehicles prior in the game already, so. Voice chat, let's just have a look here. We got camera. Okay, this is the thing I wanted to play. First person camera FOV. So let's increase this FOV a little bit more. Let's try 90. Okay, wait, first person, yeah, so let's try 90 there, and third person, let's go to 90. Okay, this is a little bit higher, so where does this go up to? Max of 80. Third person, okay, so let's try 80 there. Alright, camera shake off, maintain cockpit camera position on. Okay, here we got all the controls. We're not going to swap anything. I've taken the vibration off because I find it quite... And apparently a lot of guys playing this also on the steering wheels. I mean, I've seen the setups on YouTube. It's pretty crazy. Alright, let's just continue over here. Oh yeah, wait, we wanted to grab a different vehicle, right? My bad. Okay, let's just go back to the warning base. Okay, so let's select a vehicle. I quite like the Scout over here. We don't have the DLCs. There's this one as well. I'm not a fan of that, to be honest. This one is a bit bouncy on the rocks, but this one does go over rocks quite cool. So I think we'll select that. For some reason it didn't cost me any money. I don't understand why. I thought I had the thing where there's a cost structure on it. Anyway, alright, it is what it is. Let's go to the garage and let's deploy that vehicle. Okay, I will be back in a sec, folks. I just need to go to the bathroom. So enjoy this so long. Listen to the music and check it out. Alrighty, and we're back. Yeah, had to point Percy to the porcelain and George had to pay the rent. So sorry for the delay there, folks. But yeah, okay. So we're in our vehicle. Let's go on a little bit of an adventure. You see this one's way faster. So let's just recap again. Let's go here. Alright, so we currently don't have any objectives. There's no side things and the infrastructure is sorted. So we can, there is a way you can go and sell the resources apparently and all that stuff, but we're not gonna really worry about that. I think we've achieved what we've had to achieve over here. And I think we could just go cruise around here and apparently everywhere hidden in the game there are things, but yeah, you know. Infrastructure route, what? Request. But we did that. I don't understand. Open. Yeah, but we did this. Did I not finish something here? Yeah, but that was done. I don't understand that. You see, this is where I get sometimes confused in this whole thing. Okay, but we are in the way of this route, so let's just get out of the way here and... just park over here. Let's try and see. So I want to see, why do we still have this? Remaining 6. Is it because it's still taking resources there? Is that what it is? This is where I want to understand, why do we still have that? Is it because it's still taking the resources? Completed quests. Okay, that's completed. Current requests. That's operational. Okay. Okay, do we have to connect it to okay, hide hint letter. Avoid or fix dirt paths and build bridges accordingly. Hey, it's a learning process. We're all in a learning process here, folks. We're all in a learning process. You see, to me, everything says all goals completed. Oh, so, okay, so here we can see infrastructure. And that's all the trees, but we're not going to be cutting down any trees here. I know it's done. It's more than likely definitely done. But the route didn't show the last. Did it show it? Is it like not maybe a vehicle that still needs to take like the last stuff or something? Possibly, I don't know, you know. It is what it is. Okay, so this normally highlights things in yellow. No, okay. Was that it? I think this was just a tutorial. I think that's the whole thing. Remaining reward. Okay, but why? Do we cancel the route? Dispatch vehicles? Very strange. Current. Remaining reward. So how do we end that? So do we just cancel that? But it says completed requests. I'm not understanding what needs to be done here. All rewards received. Okay, so this all rewards received means we can actually cancel that route. From what I can remember. Okay, cancel route. Okay, because all those rewards, route points left, 142. Huh? All rewards received. Okay, cancel route. Okay. And then we open that one. I'm trying to understand, it doesn't give you a definitive finish as to when the game is saying, well, you know what, thank you very much, we're done with all of that, move to the next map or something like that. We redispatch the vehicles. And all this is doing is just switching between. So no tracked objectives. Objectives is done. Sides are done. Vehicles is whatever. Clear route markers. Okay, that's, route markers are cleared. Oh, okay, oh, okay. Oh, so it's actually taken the route markers out, so we don't actually see. We don't have to watch the actual route markers. And we don't want to do any of that. Alright. Well, you know what? Let's just hop into our vehicle over here. And let's go cruise around. We do have another vehicle coming around. Let's go see what we can find. You know, there's a lot of like little hidden gems around, and I don't know where everything is hidden. So we're gonna just go check out the town a little bit here, enjoy the scenarios before we end off here on this episode. See, nothing's highlighting here when I do that, so I mean, it's quite a cool vehicle, this one as well. Got a bit of the bouncy tires. Okay, so anything hiding around here? Okay, well, I don't see anything. Well, you know what, let's find a nice spot where we can maybe just get a nice picture for a thumbnail. I think this is a good spot, better than none at all, so I think let's maybe, how about we put the the wheel of the vehicle on top of this rock. Yeah, I think that's a good thumbnail there. But the thing is now, will it let me clear all the stuff? You see, I want to be able to take a nice screenshot of that, and unfortunately it's got all this information in front of me. So I think in settings there is a way to switch all of that off. So controls, let's see here. It's an audio game. I think that's you do it right in the beginning of the game. Crane steering mode, resource highlighter on off, privacy, custom action input, hide driver, hide vehicle control, hints, hide KSO, identify generated each time the game is started. You can hide hints, HUD mode. Oh, okay, here, immersive markers only hidden. Okay, so let's see if we go back. Ah, there we go, okay. Alright, there we go. That's what we want. Screenshot saved, folks. Okay, let's go back into the settings. So it's HUD mode. Alright, default, go back. And then that's everything back into the thing. Alright, okay, cool. That's not too shabby. Alright. Well, folks, I think this is the first episode that's done. So I think that's pretty much it for this one. So let's see if we return to hub. Are you sure you want to exit the map and return to the hub? Well, yeah, why not? I want to go to the next objective. Or the next map, which will be in the next episode, which we'll possibly do maybe tomorrow, I think. Let's have a look and see what it says. But folks, yeah, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we did do aftermath. Okay, so that was done. So aftermath will be the next one that we'll do, and I think that's what extends to this precipice as well, from what I can remember. So we'll just hit over here. But guys, yeah, so there's all these other different options where you can join a game and stuff like that, mod browsers and stuff like that, start a new game. I think it's where we can continue here. Alright. Ladies and gents, thanks very much, and look forward to seeing you in episode 2, where we'll move over to the next map. Have a good weekend and a wonderful evening, and take care of yourself. Love your family, love yourself, and enjoy your day and evening further.